is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sith Talk. Today we have on the show Retney from the Retney's Holocron YouTube channel. How you doing, Retney?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
I'm chilling, man. So tell us a little bit about your channel and where we can find you at.
Yeah, so my channel is mostly lore. I'd say probably like 95% Star Wars lore from canon and legends, and then I also do some videos talking about news. If there's shows on, I might do like breakdown videos about the shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting back into streaming games. I used to stream Battlefront 2 a lot, but now I'm starting to do that again. And I am on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. TikTok and Instagram is like reels and shorts and stuff. YouTube is long form and shorts. You can follow me on Twitter. Threads, technically, even though I haven't used it in like 3 months. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so for you guys watching, definitely go check Retney out. I'm going to put the link to his channel down in the description. Bro, your channel is like the live action Jedi archives, bro. I feel like every time I watch a video, it's dope, but like I learn something new. It's crazy. Like it's fun, but it's like educational at the same time. This shit is wild, bro. I love it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Because I remember I found your channel, and then I think Will was talking about it too, and I'm like, oh, the Jedi Archives, dude. I know exactly who you're talking about. Because like literally any type of like lore, legends question ever, like you have a video and a short on it, which is wild, bro. So dope.
Yeah, I'm trying. I want to have like a video on everything. Yesterday, some dude actually asked me in the comments on a completely unrelated video. He was like, "Can you explain how Darth Maul survived being cut in half?" And I was like, "Oh, I made a video about that like 2 months ago." I was like, "Here's the link or whatever." Yeah. And I was like, "Damn, that was cool. I want to have that for like every question."
Oh, that's dope. That's so dope. So everyone that comes on the show, I ask them 3 questions. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, dude, Empire Strikes Back for sure. Even though I know Will talks shit about that answer, but
he does. Why is it Empire for you?
Just like I mean, when I was like a kid, it was Return of the Jedi.
Uh-huh.
Just because I feel like that's the most entertaining, and like my mind was blown by like Luke with his green lightsaber.
Yeah.
But I feel like Empire wasn't a movie that I even like understood any of the messages or anything until I was like 20. Like when I actually like paid attention to all the stuff that Yoda says and stuff. And once I like paid attention to that, and I like, especially once I started like reading the books, all the Star Wars books and stuff, like the Empire book is awesome too, but I just love everything with Yoda on Dagobah. I love Luke, and what's really intriguing to me about Empire is that the entire movie is Luke failing at everything that he tries to do.
Yeah.
And I think that is like really interesting, and that's also something that I didn't even pick up on when I was like 5 years old watching it or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that whole like how Luke is the hero, but the whole movie is him just like getting his ass kicked at everything. And I feel like all of the training with Yoda on Dagobah is just like pure Star Wars, like everything with him talking about the Force and everything. Like I love that.
Yeah.
And then also the duel with Vader on Bespin is amazing. Like I mean, I even have the Hot Toys back there. That's Luke. That's Bespin, Luke, and Empire Vader.
Yeah.
Because that's my favorite movie. So definitely Empire. And I just think that it's like, I think it's also like the greatest sequel in terms of films. Like I think it's the best sequel ever made.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially because of the twist too, the I Am Your Father twist. Like I think Empire is like one of the best movies like ever made. Not even just like for Star Wars movies. Like Empire is so important. And just in terms of quality, I feel like it's the best of the OT.
Imagine being in the theater back, what was that, 1980 when that dropped? And imagine seeing that twist, like I Am Your Father, and walking out of the theater after that. That must have been nuts for everybody back then in the 80s.
Bro, I wish, like, if I had a time machine, you know, most people would probably, like, stop natural disaster or something. Like, I would go watch Star Wars. I would go watch every Star Wars in the theater.
On opening
I would
day.
love to do that.
Oh, bro, how sick would that be? I've never even thought about that. Imagine that if you had a freaking time machine. What are you going to do? I'm going to go to opening day.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be wild, bro.
I really want to see Empire in the theater. I didn't even know that they released it for the anniversary.
I saw it in the theater for the anniversary. It hit,
I didn't.
It hit, bro.
I saw Return of the Jedi.
I
when
missed
they
that
just did
one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing, and that was tight because the only other of the original movies I saw in the theater was when they released the Phantom Menace in 3D. I saw that in like 2011 or whatever. Like, I made my dad take me, and he was pissed because my dad's like a 40-year-old dude who hates the prequels. So
Yeah.
yeah, he hates the prequels, dude. He
Damn.
think he's
Still?
in a yeah, he's an original trilogy dude. So like he showed me Star Wars, like he showed me the original trilogy first.
Yeah.
And yeah, he hates the prequels. Like he hates Jar Jar Binks. He thinks the Phantom Menace is like horrible. He thinks Attack of the Clones is horrible too. Like I couldn't even get him to watch the prequels with me now if I asked him to. And
What?
I don't know, maybe that's why he showed me the OT first, because like I was born in '99, so like I grew up.
Okay.
I remember Attack of the Clones, like seeing the DVDs like in my family member's house, like the covers and stuff. But Revenge of the Sith is the first one that I actually remember all of this stuff. Like I had the toys, I had this awesome like circle tin that had all my markers in it that had like Yoda on it and Darth Vader on one side and everything.
Yeah.
And it said like Revenge of the Sith on the lid, but my dad wouldn't let me see the movie because it's so violent.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
like
yeah.
when it came out, he saw it and he was like, he told me, like I was like 5 or whatever, and he was like, you can't see it, like it's way too graphic and violent and stuff. And I remember being so bummed, and I would like beg him to let me watch it. And so I didn't see any of the prequels until like after they had all come out, like maybe like 2006, 2007. I saw all of them over time.
Uh-huh.
So even though I'm a prequel generation, I grew up on the OT. That's why I love the OT, because like that was the only thing I knew of Star Wars. Like even though the prequels were out, I never saw them. So
Yeah.
I grew up with like Luke and Vader in the OT, and then afterwards, once I finally saw the prequels, I was like, dude, Revenge of the Sith is like the greatest movie of all time. Like,
Yeah.
I would be like, even though I didn't see the movie, like I was still like Anakin for Halloween and stuff. And then after that, I was like obsessed with Anakin, and like I used to play like on StarWars.com how they had like, I don't know if you remember, they had like it was like the game where you could play as Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting each other, but it was like toys. It was like the toys where they
Yeah,
fight each
yeah.
other.
Yeah, I know what
And
you're talking about.
I feel like I remember one too where they had one where you could like make your own comic on there, and it was like the pictures of the toys, and you could like do all that. So like I would do all that because my dad would not let me see the movie. And like I even played the game without seeing the movie because my cousins had the game, and I would play it and I would try to like see what happened in the movie because it has the
Yeah.
clips. And yeah, so I didn't see that until, later. Probably because my dad hates them.
Damn, that's wild. So your dad has never seen any of the animated stuff, I'm guessing, right? Like Clone Wars.
No.
Yeah.
No, I've gotten him to watch The Mandalorian. He's seen the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian.
Did he like those?
Yeah, but he's one of those dudes where like he gets mad when I'm like, when we're watching something and he's like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, like I made them watch Obi-Wan Kenobi."
Uh-huh.
And they were like, I had to pause it like once an episode, twice an episode. I had to pause it and be like, oh, so like that's this guy, and he showed up in season 4 of this animated show, and like he did this, and then he like met that person, and then like that's why it's a big deal that he's showing up right now.
Yeah.
And then my dad would be like, oh, god damn it, like and I was like, yeah. So I mean, like he likes Star Wars, but like not like that much.
That's crazy, bro. Your dad sounds like an OG. That's what's up, though.
Yeah, I mean, he told me he saw Return of the Jedi in the theater with like all my tios and stuff. So
Yeah.
he only likes the original 3. That's it.
True. So next question is, what's your favorite Star Wars show?
Oh, I would. Damn, that's kind of a tough question. I would say, in general, The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I really didn't like season 3, I really
Yeah.
like seasons 1 and 2. Season 1, I feel like it's just like a great story that stands on its own. Season
Yep.
2 is cool, and obviously with the Luke cameo and stuff. And like I love Clone Wars, but like I feel like Clone Wars takes a while to get going.
It does.
Like
Yeah.
and there's a lot of filler episodes in Clone Wars. Like because I didn't watch Clone Wars when it was out either. Because like, bro, my family canceled cable when I was like 9. So like, we didn't even have cable. We just had like, we eventually just got on like all the streaming stuff, like Netflix
Yeah.
and stuff. So I didn't watch Clone Wars when it was on. I binged Clone Wars like when season 7 was gonna come out, I watched all the first seasons for the first time, and like on Disney Plus, bro, like I skipped like Jar Jar posing as a Jedi. I skipped, like never seen it. I remember we were talking about that with Hannah and Will, and I was like,
you read the
and I was
description and you would be like, nah,
yeah,
I'm good, and
if
skip
if
it.
I read the description and I can tell that this has nothing to do with either like the war or like Anakin, I'm like, I'm out, bro. Like, or
Yeah.
even like Obi-Wan, like, so like the episodes about like the droids when it's like R2 and 3PO investigate a strange planet, I'm like, skip, bro. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
care about that. And even kind of like the same thing for Rebels. Like, I love Rebels, but some of those episodes, I'm like, bro, like I do not. There's no need to watch this unless you like
Yeah.
really love this show and you like want to watch like Zeb go grocery shopping or something. Like, I don't know, bro. I was like, yeah. So I feel like Mando, since it's like a cohesive narrative and it's like a linear story, like there's not really any filler episodes. Even though like
Yeah.
you could probably argue like the episode with like the frog lady in season 2, like yeah, that's kind of
That's
filler,
like
but
the only one. Yeah.
like I don't know, like even then, like I'd rather have one filler episode than like a 4 episode arc
In the season.
about
Yeah.
about Jar Jar or something. So I would
Yeah.
say Mando. Yeah.
Yeah, Mando, man, season 1 and season 2 were peak, bro. But like that third season, like I don't know what the hell happened because it was nothing like the first two, man. But
Yeah.
Mando is awesome, especially that season 2 finale, bro. Like seeing Luke, bro. I lost to seeing Luke, but when R2 pulled up, bro, that pushed me over even more, bro. I did not expect to see R2 just pull up, bro.
Yeah. No, that episode, bro, that was crazy. I remember like watching that and like it blew my mind. Like I credit The Mandalorian with like really reinvigorating my love of Star Wars cuz like you know, I've always loved Star Wars, but like after The Last Jedi, I was like in a weird spot where I was like, man, like I didn't like that movie, and like
Yeah.
I didn't know what was coming out, and like I didn't even see Solo in the theater because I was like, bro, I really don't care about a Han Solo movie.
Mhm.
And then when Mando season 1 came out, I was like, dude, this is awesome, like blah blah blah, like
Yeah.
this is I was like, this is really really great. And then Mando season 2 dropped, and like when Luke came out, I was like, there's no way that they're gonna do this. Like they just made The Last Jedi. They already gave their interpretation of Luke. There's no
Yeah.
way they're gonna show prime Luke like rescuing
Yup.
Grogu or whatever. And then like the X-wing came, and I was like, nah, there's no way that's Luke. It's gonna be like fucking Kyle Katarn or something. Like they're gonna throw some random character in, and then there was like the green lightsaber, and I was like, bro, there's no way. I was like, there's no
Yeah.
way they're gonna do this. And then like as it kept building, I was like, dude, there is no way. And then like eventually, like when he took off the hood, I burst into tears, bro. I was like, bro, there's no
Yeah,
way that this
yes.
is like. I was like, this is like what I have imagined in my head since I was like 4 years old and I saw Return of the Jedi for the first time.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see what happened after. And like I didn't start reading the books until after like Mando season 2 came out, and like, I got like super into it. I started buying toys and buying the books and everything.
Yeah.
So like I didn't know about like the expanded universe or like Heir to the Empire at that point. And so that seeing Luke and Mando, that was like my first time ever seeing Luke after Return of the Jedi. And that was what I've wanted since I was a little kid. So like that meant so much to me, and that is what started all of this. That's
Yeah.
like why I got into Star Wars again, and like that's why I made originally my content started as just my Instagram account.
Yeah.
So I credit Mando season 2 with that.
That's wild, bro. And like I felt the same way the whole time during that sequence when he came. I'm like, there's no way that's Luke. And when he was walking down the hallway, I'm like, oh, he looks kind of slim. That's probably Ahsoka. And then you saw the green saber and the black glove, and I'm like, that's not Luke. That's
Yeah,
not
bro.
Luke. Bro, the whole time I'm like, there's no way that's Luke. Until he took the hood off, and I was like, oh, that is Luke, bro. That feeling was priceless, bro. And like seeing that, like that is what I expected Luke to be like in the sequels. Like when the sequels came out, in my mind, that's how Luke was supposed to be, like how he was in Mando, just badass. And like,
Yeah.
that was unbelievable. What'd you think about seeing Luke in that random Book of Boba Fett episode?
Oh, dude, I mean, like same thing. Like I fully agree. I think it's hilarious that episode is in the Book of Boba Fett when it has nothing to do with Boba Fett. But I don't care because I'm a Luke fanboy, and
Yeah.
that episode, because it's in the Book of Boba Fett, it's automatically the best episode of the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Like I thought that show, that show, the whole story was just like weird. Like it's
It
a
was
weird show, but the Mando episode and the Luke
fire.
episode are like
Fire.
peak. Like, and yeah, I actually, because whenever there's a Star Wars show, like me and my girlfriend, we watch it together. So when the Mando episode came and he kept talking about going to see Grogu, I was like, dude, they're gonna show Luke. I was like, Grogu is with Luke. I was like, Luke is gonna be in the next episode. And she was like, I don't think so. Like, they have to do the. She was like, they have to do the deep fake, and I'm sure they wouldn't do that because like this isn't even the Mandalorian. This is the Book of Boba Fett. And I was like, watch. I was like, there's gonna be Luke Skywalker in the next episode. And then we start the next episode next week, and like they go to the planet. Mando's waiting. Ahsoka pops up, and I was like, they're gonna show Luke, bro. I was like, they're gonna show Ahsoka and Luke knowing each other. And she was like, I don't know. She was like, no, because Ahsoka's probably here because Luke's not actually here, and she's gonna be like in his place.
Shit.
And I was like, nah. And then like they show the forest, and then they show the hill, and then they show Luke, and I was like, it's fucking Luke. And I was like, it's Luke again. And the deep fake was perfect, and I was like, this is Jedi Master Luke, like training Jedi. Like I was like, oh my god. And this was after I think this was after I read Heir to the Empire and the Jedi Academy trilogy.
Ooh.
So I was like, yes, bro, like this is like Jedi Academy Luke, like blah blah blah. And that, like, it wasn't as much of a surprise as the Mando season 2 finale, but like that's up there for me. Like just seeing Luke anytime, like that is like that means a lot to me because Luke is my favorite. So I try to explain to people like sometimes when people ask me like, oh, so you like Star Wars, right? Like I'll like, well, I'll kind of talk about it or whatever, and then I'll be like, yeah, but you don't get it, bro. I was like, you don't understand, like, and I'll be like, it's kind of hard to explain, like, if I think about Luke Skywalker too hard or for like too long, I will literally start shedding tears. I was like, imagine like someone who like loves Superman, or like Superman is a symbol to them or something. Like that's what Luke is to me. So like I'll literally, like, sometimes, bro, I'll just sit here and I'll just like look at my Luke figures. Like I have like 3 different Luke figures. I have Empire, Return of the Jedi, and Book of Boba.
Yeah.
So like, or Mando. So like, bro, like, yeah, I love Luke. I have a ton of Luke figures on my wall. Like it's hard to explain. Like anything could have Luke in it, and I'd be like, yeah, this is peak Star Wars. Like I love it. I don't care what it is. Like, yeah. So that episode was the highlight of the show, even though it's hilarious that it's in that show.
Yeah, that shit made no sense, but like that episode was wild. And like when Ahsoka said to him, "You're so much like your father," bro, that hit so hard. And like I just feel like we're robbed of never seeing the moment that Luke and Ahsoka meet, because I'm dying to see how do they meet, and like the moment that Ahsoka realizes that that's her master's son, and the moment Luke realizes that's his father's Padawan. Like that probably was such a beautiful interaction, man, that I thought we maybe were gonna get in Ahsoka.
Yeah, I feel like they have to tell that story. I feel like I saw a tweet or something where like Filoni said that he knows, like he already wrote out like how it happened. It's just like not in anything yet.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, bro. Like I don't care. Like for me, Star Wars, I'll take it in any medium. Like I'll read a comic, I'll read a book, I'll watch like an animated Tales of the Jedi thing. Like I don't even care, man. Like just tell the story and I'll check it out. And I feel like that's such an important thing, especially with the Ahsoka show coming out. And the fact that he's going to make a movie that's like a crossover that finishes everything out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll hear about it or something. I mean, I'm surprised that they haven't just done a Luke Skywalker comic series. Like, if they just did like a Luke series that's set after Return of the Jedi in canon, like, bro, I'd buy every issue. Like, all I want is more Luke stories.
So the next question I have, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Luke Skywalker, for sure.
Damn.
Definitely Luke. And Luke and Anakin for sure, but Luke is like my ultimate favorite. And then like, yeah, like once I saw the prequels and I was a little kid, like, yeah, I was like obsessed with Anakin.
Yeah.
But Anakin's just like a completely different character, like being Vader and stuff. So like I thought Anakin was like cool and like a badass, but he's not someone that I would like look up to.
Yeah.
Whereas like Luke, at least in like the original trilogy, he's like always the hero, always hopeful, optimistic, like brave. Like I feel like Luke is like a real role model until you get to The Last Jedi. And
yeah, man.
So yeah. Definitely a Luke.
Damn, that's what's up, man. That's what's up for sure. All right, so I got a few things we're gonna talk about today, but I wanted to talk a little bit about your channel, bro, because your channel is on fire, bro. Like 88.4K. I feel like every week you're hitting another milestone of like the next thousand, the next thousand. So like tell me a little bit about like how long you've had your channel, and like I'm pretty sure you're doing this full time too, right? Like what did that
Mm-hmm.
look like when you like went all in on YouTube?
So I've done the channel. I think I uploaded my first shorts in July of 2022. Because originally when I started making content, I just made an Instagram account, which is still
Yeah.
my same account that I have now. But when I started making content, my page name was the Kyber Club.
Uh-huh.
Because I actually saw this other Instagram page that was called the Cantina Club. Shout out to them. And I don't follow them anymore. I just remember that. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool because it sounds like a community, like it's like a nice like group name or whatever. And I was like, I should do something like club.
Yeah.
And I happened to be replaying Fallen Order, and I played the level where Cal gets his new crystal on Ilum, and I was like, yo, the Kyber Club, like that sounds awesome, dude. I was like, Kyber, like lightsabers and shit. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make an Instagram account because I was posting so much Star Wars stuff on my personal account. I felt like I was annoying everyone that I knew.
Yeah.
So I made an Instagram account, and I started posting like facts, like daily facts, like those Instagram pages and stuff. So I bought like the Ultimate Visual Dictionary, like the 2018 version, and I would like go through and like look at facts and post like a fact every day. And bro, I had like 20 followers for like a month or two or something. Like it was
Yeah.
doing nothing. And then my coworkers at the time told me that I should start doing TikTok. And I had never used TikTok. I like didn't even have a personal account or whatever. Because I thought it was like really annoying. Like my girlfriend's obsessed with TikTok, and I always hated it. And
Me too, bro.
yeah.
I didn't make a TikTok until I made my channel.
yeah, it's same. Like I made my account just to post my videos. So I started like posting basically like little lore TikToks. And it was really crude in the beginning. Like I would make it in TikTok, and I would just use like, a little like widescreen thing of the video, so there'd be black bars on the top, and then
Yeah.
I would put like Star Wars facts, like why Darth Vader did this, like in text or whatever, and then I put at the bottom I would put like source Darth Vader number 4 2020 or whatever. So like all my TikToks were that, and then I would post them as reels on Instagram, like with the TikTok watermark and everything. It looked horrible. And then I didn't even know that YouTube Shorts was a thing. I just happened to like find out one day that YouTube had shorts, and I was like, I should start uploading my TikToks on YouTube. So I made my YouTube channel. I actually already had an empty YouTube channel. It really annoys me because my channel, Retney's Holocron, it says that date started like 2021 or whatever. Yeah, it says like February 2021. Yeah, bro, February 1st, 2021. So I just had this blank channel that I just like made for whatever reason to like, with my email address or whatever, like just to like videos and stuff. And I forgot that is even there. So like when I went to go start uploading my Star Wars videos, I just used this empty channel that I already had.
Yeah.
So my channel really started in July of 2022.
Gotcha.
And I started uploading the TikToks on there. I actually remember I was like, I should just upload like every TikTok I've ever made. So I just like saved all of them to my phone, like with the TikTok watermark. And then I uploaded them all on YouTube Shorts. Like I uploaded like 20 like in a row, like the same day. And they started getting some views. Like, I don't know, like I started getting like some subscribers and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. And my main focus for a long time was TikTok, because TikTok was always bigger. And like TikTok, it's easier to get views. I feel like people follow a lot easier on TikTok. Like it's so easy for people to just hit that follow button like without even really thinking about it. And so in July I started YouTube, and then like pretty much for like from like July of 2022 to May of this year, I was working full time while making all of my videos in the morning and at night and on the weekends. So like I would like, start work at 10. So I'd wake up at like 7 and make videos, and then go to work at 9, and then come home and make videos at night until I went to bed. And it was tough to balance everything, but like shout out to my girlfriend. Like she was so supportive. Like she would come chill with me while I made videos and stuff. And
oh, that's dope.
so then like pretty much for that amount of time, like almost like a year, I was working full time and just like dreaming of doing YouTube full time. And then in May, you know, I think I was around like 40,000 subs, 50,000 subs, something like that. And I had gotten into YPP in January with the new like shorts requirement because my channel was like only shorts, and I grinded out shorts to get the 10 million views that you need to get into the partner program.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. That was really hard to do, to like grind out shorts. So like at that time I was doing like shorts, TikToks, and reels every day on all three. And I tried to do long form. I would like do some long form videos, and like they would never do really well. Like they would get like 100 views and then nothing. Because I had a shorts channel. It was like really a shorts only channel. And then in May, I ended up just getting tired and I quit my job, and I said that I was gonna go try to do this full time. Because like I'm 24, but I still live at home with my family and my parents and my sisters and stuff. So like I have some bills, but I don't pay rent. So like that's pretty much like the big one, is like I can do this full time because I still live at home.
Yeah.
But you know, I still feel like the channel is really small. You know, I don't like to act like, I don't know. I try to still be humble about it because like I feel like I feel like I have a small channel. Like, you know, once I get to 100K, I feel like that'll be like legit.
Yeah, real small with almost 1 billion views, bro. That is wild, bro.
No, that's 91 million.
But almost 1 billion, bro.
Dude,
you'll be there soon.
Okay, but the thing that people need to get is that, bro, like most of, probably like 91.5 million of those is from shorts. So like
that still works, bro. You put in.
Yeah, I grinded out shorts, but like it's easier to get shorts views. Like what Will was saying, like you can make a long form and a short about the exact same topic, and the short could get like 1 million just because it's a short.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, no disrespect to shorts. I mean, that's literally how I grew my channel, is all shorts. Like some shorts like could blow up. Like that month, May, when I went full time, I got lucky that I had shorts that blew up, and I got like 25 million shorts views in May of that month. And, you know, I got like 20,000 subscribers in May. So that was just from shorts blowing up. That's literally what it was. Like I went from like 40 to 60K in 1 month just from like 5 shorts blowing up. And, you know, if a short gets 1 million views, you'll get like 1,000 subscribers from that one short. So, yeah, now that I'm full-time, since May, I have long-form videos going up every day. So usually what I do is I make long-form and I make a short. So most of the time, like even for the long-form, like, I don't know, like, yeah, like you can see like some only get like 1,000, 2,000. I have a few that have done really well, and I'm like super grateful for that because it's really rare. Like that Luke video is insane.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah. That I'm super grateful for that. And that was literally just random. Like 2 weeks after I uploaded it, it just kept going up. And like, I don't know, like it just got recommended, and it's crazy how that can happen. That Luke lore compilation video, I uploaded that 2 months ago and it did nothing. It got like 3K. And then for some reason over the past week, it jumped up to 20K.
Damn.
And I don't know if it's because it's a long ass video, like it's getting recommended around or whatever. But like I said, like I'm super grateful for anyone who watches the long form videos because they take a long time, and you know, I don't know, it's harder to get long form attention. Yeah, 10 months ago I got 10K. I made that video talking about getting 10K. I think I got that on December 1st. I hit 10K on December 1st.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
Damn, yeah, man, that's what's up, bro. Like, yeah, seeing your channel, your growth, bro, it's so inspiring. Like I said, I think I started like being subscribed to you, like it was before 80, because I think I remember seeing you hit 80, then it was 81, then it was 82. It's like every week, bro. So like, it's November 2nd right now, bro. You're gonna hit that 100K, man, this year.
That's like my goal. I hope to hit it before New Year's, because you know, that would just be tight to go into 2024 with 100K. Yeah. And then like, once I get the plaque and I get the little check mark next to my name, like that's when I'll feel like legit, and it's like, all right, cool. Like I can go, like, let me go in and like, I don't know, like now I'm like a real channel. Like I still feel funny like when people ask like, oh, like what do you do? Like I just went to a Halloween party at my girlfriend's house, and so people are like, what? So they're like, they were like, so like you like make videos about Star Wars, and I was like, yeah, like, and I feel really funny when I say that because
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I
They
feel
don't
like
understand.
also. Yeah, I feel like also the misconception when you tell someone that like you're a YouTuber is that they think that you're like a millionaire. And I'm like, bro, I'm not Mr. Beast. Like I'm a
Yeah.
YouTuber, but like I don't make like that much money, bro. Like I'm a normal ass. I'm rocking like minimum wage on YouTube. Like I don't know what to tell you, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, technically I'll be like, yeah, you know, I make videos about like Star Wars. People tend to understand more when I mention that I do it on TikTok too, because
Uh-huh.
TikTok's so big. So I'll be like, yeah, I make videos about Star Wars on like YouTube and TikTok and stuff, and they're like, oh, okay, like yeah, blah
Yeah.
blah. And I'm like, yeah, like you know, I don't know, like yeah, it does sound funny because it is funny. It's really crazy to be
Yeah.
like, that's what I do for life or whatever. But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people don't understand that. Even I didn't for the longest until maybe it was 2 years ago when I was watching Nerd Theory with Star Wars Theory and Josh, and I'm watching, and I'm like, do these guys have jobs? Like, is this their job? And like in that live stream, it was like 3 hours long, and somebody asked them, "Oh, how much have you made in super chats in this video, this live so far?" And it was like something ridiculous, like $3,000 or $4,000 in super chats over the night. And I'm like, bro, what? Then it really hit me that you could do this like full time as a job if you grind it out and you're consistent.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about that until I started doing it cuz like yeah, I mean, I've been watching Theory for a couple years and I mean Theory's old lore videos, like all of his old lore videos that all have like 5 million views and that's what like inspired me to start
Yeah.
covering lore. And like before I read any of the books, I would watch his videos to learn stuff about Star Wars. And then yeah, like once I made my Instagram page and I started making TikToks and stuff, I was like Star Wars Theory makes these lore videos that are long form. Like he'll drop like a 20-minute video explaining like Thrawn or something.
Yeah.
I can make these shorts that are like lore videos, like just like concise and stuff. And like I didn't really see too many pages doing that at the time. Like now,
Mhm.
you know, I feel like you can see like a lot of pages that do lore shorts and stuff.
Yep.
And like I'm not trying to say like I pioneered it or something, but I felt like I didn't see it. So like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe that's why people are following me is because like you can get the story of this comic in like 45 seconds. Like maybe that's why it appeals to
Yep.
people because most of the time lore videos are like 15 minutes long or something. And I assumed that that's why people were interested in like my shorts and stuff. And you know, there's other great channels I've seen that do like lore videos and shorts and stuff and they'll get like 5 million views and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know like cuz yeah, I watched like Nerd Theory and stuff with Theory and Josh. I didn't know anything about how it worked until I like started doing YouTube and then I looked into the YouTube partner program.
Yeah.
And originally I was like really discouraged cuz I was like, "Oh, there's no way like I like to get the what is it like 4,000 watch hours or
Yep.
whatever."
And
I
a
was
thousand
like,
subscribers. Yeah.
yeah, and originally shorts wasn't included in that. So like I remember the first time I looked at it, I went into my analytics and it said for my shorts I had 6,000 watch hours. So then I was like, oh, like, I was like, yes, like I got it or whatever. And then I went to look and it said watch hours from shorts not applicable.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yep.
oh my god. So then I was like, when I started trying to do long form videos, like the first long form lore video I ever made was when I read the novelization of The Phantom Menace and it explains how Anakin would use the Force to pod race and like what it
Yeah.
felt like to him. And I made a long form video like about that. And I don't know, bro. It got like 100 views or something, and it was like half a watch hour. And I was like, oh my god, bro. Like I was like, there's no way. Like there's no way I could ever be a YouTuber like growing off of these insane requirements. And then by coincidence, in like November or something, of last year, they announced that they were including shorts in the partner program.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, like that's insane that they started doing this like a couple months after I started making shorts. And that like flipped a switch for me where I was like, I'm just gonna grind shorts as hard
Yeah.
as I can and just make shorts. Like, bro, I would literally like wake up, like blah 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 blah, like have these books. Like I still have a pile of books next to me, and I like just shorts, like make shorts, like all just shorts, like blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
like when it opened, because the official like the ad revenue for like people who got in with shorts didn't start until February 1st, but you could apply in January.
Yeah.
So I was grinding out and I was like, okay, I really don't need to get this until February. Like I still have time. And then when it opened in January to have the 10 million shorts views, I had 15 million in 90 days. And I was like, bro, this is insane. Like I can't believe I can't believe like these shorts blew up or whatever. And yeah, I got in January, and then luckily, you know, they have it where your whole channel is monetized. It's not only for shorts.
Yeah.
So then, from like February to May, I still like really only did shorts, because long form wasn't really doing anything, and yeah, then I was like, wow, like if this is because I think like April was the first month that I ever made like $1,000 on YouTube, and I was like, wow, like if I could get to making like, you know, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, like this could be like a real job, man. I was like, I could, because, you know, it was still less than what I was making when I was working full time in retail or whatever, but I was like, wow, like this is crazy. And then, you know, I got impatient and I, you know, took a leap of faith, and here we are, still working on it.
Hey, it looks like it paid off. But that's crazy that the timing was perfect with the shorts being added to the monetization. For me, bro, I had one video that popped off like a month after I started, and I got basically my 4,000 watch hours off one video in my first 2 months, which was...
Is it that celebration cosplay video?
Yeah,
bro. Dude, I remember when I saw... What is it at?
So it's at 217K, bro, a year ago. So the craziest thing with this video, this is like my 6th or 7th video ever. I shot it on my iPhone 13. I edited it with free garbage ass iMovie, which iMovie is great if you're first starting, but compared to like other things, like you could do so much more with other shit, right? But
yeah,
bro, like to this day, my best video is my iMovie iPhone movie from Celebration, and with that it got me the watch hours, but then it took me like 6 months after that to hit that 1K of subscribers to be monetized. Yeah, but the hardest part though is the 4,000 hours when you're grinding out long form. Like it could take forever, but I got lucky and this one like went off and got me my watch hours like off rip, which was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So crazy.
See, I was like, bro, there's no way like I could ever do that, because like, yeah, like my biggest video, like that didn't happen until a few months ago, and even then I was like, bro, this is insane. Like I can't believe that this happened. Like, yeah, that video's from 3 months ago, so like that's months after I already got monetized and stuff. But yeah, that's just like, I don't even know. I guess people really care what Luke thinks about the Mustafar duel. You know, it's an interesting story. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was it was definitely crazy. I mean, I think I got monetized on TikTok before I ever got into the YouTube partner program. So like, but even back then, TikTok had I think it was called the Creator Fund. And that was nothing, bro. Like literally like $2 a day. Like it was nothing. Like, because I think that what they did is they got like $20 million in funding, and then they would like allocate it to like every creator in the world. So it was like $2 a day or something. And then before I got monetized on YouTube, I think like in November and December, they were still doing the Shorts Fund bonuses. So like I got a couple of those, and I was like, oh my God, like it's my first, I made money on YouTube for the first time. Like, oh my God, like this is crazy or whatever. Yeah. And then they announced that they were doing like the short stuff in YPP, and I was like, oh my God, like this is amazing. Like this actually makes it like attainable. Yeah. Otherwise, like if they never did that, bro, I don't even know. Like I wouldn't have the time to make long form videos like that. Like lore videos take so long to like write and edit and everything, especially with information from these books. Like, bro, luckily, like Heir to the Empire or like, you know, the Dark Force Rising, Dark Empire and stuff, those are like there's comics. So like if I was going to make a lore video using something from Heir to the Empire, I could use the comics as imagery. Yeah. But like some like book from like the 90s or whatever that like has nothing, like there's no imagery for that. So like for a minute I was using Midjourney and like making AI art, but I stopped doing that. And because I just thought it looked like weird, like you could tell that it wasn't like, So I was like, I don't like this, like, you know, and it was like $60 a month, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay for this. Yeah. So Mid-Journey was helpful a little bit in doing that, where I could be like Qui-Gon Jinn standing in the rain or something, but then like it's clearly not Liam Neeson. It's just like some dude with a ponytail, and I was like, this looks weird, man. So I stopped doing that, and it's tough. I mean, even like to this day, like it's hard to find imagery for books. That there is no imagery. So yeah, I mean, lore videos take a long time to do if it's not from like a comic or anything. So like, yeah, I wouldn't have had the time to like get the 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, bro. No, for sure, for sure. So now that Ahsoka's done, what do you think overall of the Ahsoka show?
I thought it was really good, but like it was good and I was like happy with it, but I was just really underwhelmed with like those last 3 episodes when they get to Peridia.
Yeah.
Like episodes 4 and 5 are like bangers. Like I thought that was awesome. Like when those episodes came out, I was like, okay, this is the best Star Wars show.
Yeah.
But then like 6, 7, and 8, and I was just like, bro, this is weird. Like it kind of seemed like they didn't really know like where to take it or what to do. And they wanted to set up Thrawn going back to the galaxy, but like not have too much happen because they're gonna make the movie and they might do a season 2. And yeah, I was just like, I didn't like how like Ahsoka and Sabine just like swap places with Thrawn and Ezra, and then it's like, okay, like nothing happened. Like literally, like now they're just trapped there, and then Thrawn came back. Like this is clearly just setting up like the next story. And like, me personally, like I have beef with anything that does that. Like I didn't like. I don't like part 1s and part 2s, so like I didn't like Across the Spider-Verse because that movie literally, bro, that movie literally only exists to set up the 3rd movie. That whole movie, it's like, what is it, like 2.5 hours long? Bro, it's like a 2.5 hour first act. Like literally nothing happens. Like he gets there and they're just setting up everything and they're like, oh my God, like we have to do this and you're actually this and this is gonna happen, and then like dun dun, like cliffhanger, like come back in 5 years when we make the 3rd movie. Like bro, like I was literally like, the first one, Into the Spider-Verse, is awesome because it's a self-contained story, but there's the potential for a sequel. But it has like a resolution and there's like a climax and it ends. Like the conflict, it ends. Like Across the Spider-Verse, there is no resolution, bro. It just sets up the next movie. Like nothing happens, nothing's resolved. It just sets up more stuff. And that's what I felt like for Ahsoka too. Like there's no resolution. They just kind of like swapped places, and now it's just like, okay, like what's going to happen with this? It was all about finding Thrawn and Ezra and then like having this big confrontation, but they literally just like swap places and like they didn't like, I don't know, like I don't know. The ending, I did not like it at all. Overall, the show was awesome. I mean, I went to the fan event in the theater.
Oh, so how was that? Yeah, so I remember when you were going and like they had it here in Florida too. But like I worked that day, so I hesitated because it would have been complicated. So I just stayed. But like, what was that like? That was the Anakin episode. So you saw Anakin on the big screen?
Yeah, it was cool. It was a really cool event. I don't remember what day of the week it was, but
it was the day the episode aired, Tuesday night.
Okay, so I think we went early because it was like a 7 o'clock showing, and I think I went at like 4 or 5, and there was already like 15 people waiting.
Oh yeah.
But then in the theater, it was like in the suburbs. Like they called it the Chicago screening, but it was in the suburb, like north of the city, and there was a line, and you know it was at an AMC. But the cool part was that they played it in Dolby Cinema, which I wasn't expecting. Ooh. So it was like loud and stuff. But it was awesome. You know, there was people in full costume, like Anakin cosplay, lightsabers. Like people were holding their lightsabers. It was like a movie premiere. Like people were so hyped to see Anakin.
Damn.
Like it felt like showing up for like The Force Awakens at midnight or something. Like people were so hyped, and it's crazy that it was just for an episode of a TV show. But like, yeah, the dudes next to me were like, what do you think is gonna happen like with this or whatever? And like it was cool to just be around like so many other fans that like everyone was all like positive and excited about what was gonna happen. And yeah, dude, I mean, seeing that episode on the big screen was awesome. Like I was like blown away seeing like live action Clone Wars in the theater. That was awesome because I remember seeing the Clone Wars movie in the theater, so it reminded me of that. Yeah. When I was like, I think that movie came out when I was like 8 or 9. So, yeah, it was awesome. The fan event was awesome. We got free posters and stuff, and then, you know, shout out to Will, my girlfriend. My girlfriend got a poster, and then she didn't want it, so I sent it to Will because he like texted. He literally like replied to my Instagram story and texted me separately, and he was like, "Can you grab another one?" Like while I was still in the theater, he was like, "Can you grab another one of those? Like I'll pay you for it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Bro, it's one per person. Like I was like, I'm still in the theater, bro. Like I don't know. Like it hasn't even started yet." And then I told my girlfriend, I was like, "Yo, my friend like Diamond Figs wants this. Like, do you want it or can I send it to him?" And she was like, "I don't want that." Like she likes Star Wars, but not she likes Star Wars, but not like me. So she was like, "I don't." She was like, "I don't need an Ahsoka poster." And it's an exclusive poster. Like it's the one that has Anakin on it, like for the episode or whatever. So I think they probably only had that at the screenings. I mean, I'm sure you can buy it now, but it was cool for the time being.
Damn, I still remember because you got to see it before it aired. So you got out before we were about to watch it. And then you texted us and you said, "Yeah, you guys aren't ready for this." And we were like, "Oh, like super pumped going in." So
yeah, bro, because people were like yelling in the theater and stuff, and like everyone was cheering and stuff. And yeah, they played it like an hour before it came out on Disney Plus, and I was like, "Damn, like these dudes don't know what they're about to watch." Because like I knew you guys were doing the stream, and Will had texted me beforehand and was like, "Oh, maybe you can like hop on like out of the theater or whatever." But like there wasn't any time, and like I didn't have any signal in the theater or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, damn, like they don't know like what they're about to watch. Like I expected crazy stuff, but I didn't expect like full on Clone Wars flashbacks, like Rex, Siege of Mandalore, Anakin with a red saber, like full potential Vader and stuff. I was like, dude, I was not expecting that. So
did the crowd go nuts when they revealed Captain Rex in his Phase 2 armor?
Yeah, people were cheering and stuff. Like, yeah, it was kind of like seeing like an Avengers movie in the theater or something.
Damn,
it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, I regret not going, bro. Because like, who knows the next time there'll ever be anything that level for us to go to? Like, I should have went, man.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to go because like, luckily I saw it like. When like I don't know the Star Wars account tweeted it or whatever, I saw it like 4 minutes after, and I was like, oh my god! So like I went and I looked, and like originally when I typed in my zip code, it said nothing was near me, but then I just scrolled through the list manually, and there was like a Chicago one, even though it was in the suburbs. And I got it right away, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, look, can you go to this with me? Like if not, I'll go by myself. Like I was like, I have to go to this because I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater, but I didn't go see Rogue One when they re-released it. And I really regret not seeing that in IMAX or whatever. So I was like, I have to go to this. Like, it'll be so cool. I was like, it'll be a good experience. Like, it'll be awesome to see it on the theater or whatever, in the theater or whatever. So I wanted to make sure that I went.
You saw Rogue One when it came out, though, right? In 2016 in the theater?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Rogue One was one of those, like, that moment at the end, bro. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Because, like, when the hallway scene happened and Vader ignited his saber, bro, literally my jaw dropped. I slid up to the end of the seat and I was like, just in pure shock. Because, like, we've never seen Savage Vader like that, like, ever in live action.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going to see it. That was like, bro, like Force Awakens, Rogue One era. That was like when everything was good. Like people were like, "Yo, Star Wars is back!" Like this is, like everything. Like everyone was hyped. Like I was super impressed. Like I saw Rogue One with my dad, and he liked it maybe because it feels like an OT movie.
Yeah,
but he even liked it. And then bro, like I thought it was awesome. I feel like Rogue One is probably my favorite thing made under the Disney era. Like in this new era, I love Rogue One. Like I literally watched it like last month, and I was like, wow, this movie's amazing. And I feel like Rogue One is the perfect balance of like telling a story that's like about like the normal people in the galaxy, but still having that mystical aspect, like that like fantasy aspect of Star Wars, not even because of Vader, but just because of Chirrut, like having like him be like a guardian of the wills, and like he's a little force sensitive, and like he's blind but he can sense stuff, and like he talks about Kyber, and they go to Jeddah and stuff. Like I was like, bro, I was like, this is awesome. Like this is amazing. Like it's a different thing. It's more about like the war, the political sides. Like these are all normal fighters, but like Chirrut is here, and they talk about the Force, and he like says stuff or whatever. And then like Vader at the end is the icing on the cake. But like even without that Vader scene, I feel like Rogue One would still be an amazing movie.
No,
like
for sure.
And that's like my main like comparison that I make with Andor is I'm like,
you like Andor?
And I liked it when I watched it. Like I enjoyed watching it, but it's not my favorite. Like, and the reasoning for that is because I feel like Andor is like if someone took the script for Rogue One and then literally like blacked out everything about the Force, and then that was like make this instead. Like, we don't want you to mention the Force at all. Like no Chirrut, no obviously no Vader, but like Andor is one of those things where like I know, like I completely recognize and I actually really appreciate. Like I was telling my dad, I was like, dude, this new show that they made, it's like a HBO level show. Like it's like watching Game of Thrones or something. Like yeah. And so like I appreciated that when it was on. And like I enjoyed watching Andor while it was on. Like I watched every episode when it came out. But I was like it's just not like what like I would necessarily look for. Like I like the whole like fantasy aspect of like the mythical side of like that's the whole point of why George Lucas created Star Wars, was it for it to be like a modern myth, like with the Force and stuff. Like the fact that no one even says like the Force in Andor, I'm like, dude, that's so intentional by them, and it just annoys me a little. Like I know it's a good show, it's well made, well written, well acted. It's just a little boring for me. Like I don't know, like. And what I noticed, because I actually tried to rewatch it recently, what is there, 9 episodes or 12?
12, bro. 12 episodes with a budget of like 250 mil.
Bro, so there's 12 episodes and they go in 3 episode arcs. And what I noticed on this rewatch is that, bro, only every third episode is entertaining. Like the third one, like bro, like where he meets Luthen and then they have the fight, and then like, bro, I don't know, episode 6 is he goes to jail or whatever, like or the heist, and then he goes to jail in episode 9 or episode 9. Episode 9 is One Way Out. I was watching it and like I actually tried to make my girlfriend watch it with me because she had never seen it, and she was like, I can't watch this show, it's so boring. She's like, it's so boring. Like, and she likes Star Wars, like she'll watch Clone Wars with me, Rebels, like anything, and she was like, I can't stand this show, like it's so boring. And then when I was watching it, I was like, dude, only episodes 3, 6, and 9 have been interesting so far. Like the other episodes are just like people like slowly talking and stuff, and like I don't know, like Andor's like fine. Like I don't want to be like one of those people who's like, hating on people who like Andor. If you like Andor, that's awesome. Like it technically it is Star Wars because it has the Star Wars logo and there's stormtroopers and shit and the Empire or whatever. Like I don't know. Like the only thing that really ruined it for me afterwards was like all of the like really pretentious Andor fans that shit on everything that's not Andor. Like that made me have like a bad taste in my mouth regarding the show. That made me like be like, you know what? Like fuck Andor. Like I don't like, all these people are so annoying. Like you could tweet something that'd be like, man, I love Din Djarin, and they'd be like, oh, you would like that? Like your action figures, and I'm like, bro. And I'm like, dog, I don't know what people say so much crazy stuff now ever since Andor came out. Like even with Ahsoka, like people like all the Andor purists were like, oh, of course people want to see Filoni like put every action figure in this show or whatever. And I'm like, bro, like Ahsoka is like closer to like Star Wars than Andor is, like in terms of like the blanket like fantasy, space fantasy Star Wars. Like so Andor, don't have a problem with it. I think it kind of like damaged the fandom. Like I feel like it created like this whole sect of like fans. Like I feel like a lot of people that like Andor are people that like never really got into Star Wars, and then they made this one show that like has nothing to do with the Force, and people are like, this is peak Star Wars, and it's like, bro, I don't know.
It's so weird, and like it kind of did split the fandom. Now there's some Andor fans that are like cool, but like the ones you were talking about, like the purists that are like Andor is what Star Wars should be, and they're just extra. Those are the ones that made me like not like Andor even more. But like the other things kind of like made Andor a little bit more salty. Is just like the episodes, like it being 12 episodes, and like Kenobi we got 6, and then the budget, where I don't know if you saw the post Will just posted about like budgets and stuff, how Kenobi only had 90 mil and Andor had 250 mil, bro. Like that just hurts my soul, bro, because like Kenobi should have been a home run. You had Hayden, you had Hewen, like that was the most hype project, and it was like mid.
Dude, yeah, like it's funny that you say that, because like the first TikTok I ever made that got like backlash was about the Andor budget being much more than Kenobi's. So whenever that came out, and it was said that Andor was 250 and Kenobi was 90, I made a TikTok talking about like how like I was like, yo, this is a problem. Like the show with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader should have had more money than the show about fucking Cassian Andor. And you know how on like TikTok people can like do the thing where they like reply to it and like it's like them talking. I don't remember what it's called. And bro, so many people, like, I don't know, like maybe I was being a little toxic, you know. I can say I don't act like that anymore because I just like don't get like mad about stuff like that anymore. Yeah. But like when I first started making content, I was more volatile. Like I was like, bro, I was getting mad like Theory. And yeah, so people were like replying to this TikTok like, oh, look at this dude like trying to tell us what to like blah blah blah. Like people were saying like, oh, Andor has a bigger budget because it's longer, it's twice as long. And I was like, and I would comment and I'd be like, bro, I don't care if Andor is 30 episodes long. It should not have more money about the show, more money than the show about Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. Like, I don't care if Kenobi's 2 episodes. They should have gave it like $1 billion, man. Like, if, like, it's just crazy. Like, you know, I don't make movies. I don't know how budgeting and production works, but like, just off principle, like, give Kenobi money, because like when I was watching Kenobi, you can see the drop in quality. Like between Andor and Kenobi, the production value is insane.
Day and night difference, bro.
Like, and like Kenobi, that's a Disney Plus show. That is like, this is what a Disney Plus show looks like. Andor could have been like a HBO, like House of the Dragon type production. Like it was crazy how you could tell they put so much more effort and money into Andor. And it's like, bro, why? Like, why does Cassian Andor get this attention? Like, I don't know if it's because like people love Rogue One and they were like, oh, Rogue One is like universally praised. Like, give this show about the dude all this money or whatever. But it's like, bro, like, I don't know. If anything, I feel like they should have done, if they were gonna do that, $250 million, they could have just made an Andor movie and like make a Obi-Wan. The Obi-Wan was supposed to be a trilogy of movies, so it's like, why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah.
Like, with the money they put into the Andor series, they could have made an Obi-Wan movie.
You saw all the stuff that was supposedly supposed to be in that trilogy for Obi-Wan?
I saw that it was originally going to be like Luke, or Obi-Wan leaving Luke with Cody.
Yeah, stuff with Cody, and then
going off.
Reva was in there. He wrote Reva in there, but she dies at the end, which is a huge difference, because like her dying and sacrificing herself would have made me not hate her, not hate, but like hate the character as much. But the fact that she survived and she knows that Anakin's Vader, she knows Luke is his son, she knows where he lives, his crib on Tatooine, and she's just hanging around in the galaxy right now, that just irks my soul, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's probably like the weirdest thing about that show is like the whole, like, bro, like, I don't know, the idea of like a Jedi Padawan becoming an Inquisitor so she can try to assassinate Darth Vader, like, off the top of the head, that sounds awesome. Like, that sounds like it would be like a cool ass book or something, or like something awesome.
Yeah.
And then like, it's just weird, like how like, I mean, I think it's weird in general that Vader, like, because Vader says, like, did you think I would not see it? So, like,
yeah,
bro, how long has she been an Inquisitor? Like, 10 years, and you knew this whole time that she knew you were Anakin? Like, in the other comics, like, Vader will murder someone the second they call him Anakin. Like, he will literally, like, kill you if you call him Anakin. Or, like, if you find out he's Anakin, he will kill you. And, like, he's, like, snapping necks if people see him with his helmet off. So I'm like, bro. And then, not only that, supposedly he stabbed her in the temple during Operation Nightfall, and she survived as a little kid. And then he stabs her again on Jabeam, and she survives that too. And she's walking around, like, with this hole in her stomach or whatever. And I'm like, bruh.
Ridiculous, bro.
And that's honestly, have you watched the Patterson cut of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Kai Patterson's fan edit?
I've seen some of it, but I know it just cuts out Reva, especially during the duel. Because, like, bro, I was so hyped in the finale when they're fighting, but every time it would cut to Reva, it just like, oh my god.
I was like, bruh. But no, in Kai Patterson's cut, she just dies on Jabeam when Vader stabs her. Like, she's just done. Yeah. So then the whole finale is only about Obi-Wan and Vader. And like, that's probably my favorite change that he made. I think that's like a giant improvement. Like, I think Reva's character would have been way better if she just, like, I don't know, like, died there or whatever. It's just weird that Obi-Wan would let her live, like, knowing all this stuff about Luke.
Yeah.
just because she's like good or she like got redeemed or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Exactly, bro. Damn. So the last thing we're gonna take a look at is some figures that are coming out. That were revealed at MCM Comic Con in London. So I'm sure you probably seen some of these, but bro, they're fire, bro. So
Yeah.
TVC, we're getting Count Dooku, bro. This thing is sick. You gonna pick this bad boy up?
Probably because I really like Dooku, like especially with after Tales of the Jedi, and then also I recently read the Legends book Labyrinth of Evil, which has a lot of Dooku stuff in it. So bro, sorry if there's noise in the background.
Nah, you're
and
good,
yeah, so I like Dooku a lot more. Like he's one of those characters where I feel like he's really underused. Like obviously he's more prominent in the Clone Wars and stuff, but in the books they go really into his mind and he's like super intriguing. So like whenever I feel like I like a character like that, I'm like, bro, I need to get their figure. Like, bro, that's why I picked this up. Because I was like, dude, I need the Thrawn. I was like, I need Thrawn,
bro.
And
hold that up.
I actually just pre-ordered the Thrawn Hot Toys too, from Ahsoka.
Damn,
so
that thing.
I'm stoked for that.
Bro.
Yeah, bro, this just came in the mail today. I pre-ordered it and then I forgot what it was. Like I got the email from Hasbro that my order shipped, and I was like, what the hell did I buy? And I'm still waiting on the Darth Revan. I also pre-ordered the Vintage Collection Darth Revan.
Did you read Dooku Jedi Lost?
No, I have skimmed.
You're the lore guy.
Yeah,
you gotta read it, bro.
I've skimmed some information. I've researched what's in that book for other videos, but I haven't. I don't own it, and I haven't read the full thing. But I've looked into like what's in it because I've made stuff about his lightsaber and like Yoda letting him keep his lightsaber when he left the Order. And I know some stuff that happens in it just from like other encyclopedias, like the Timelines book talks about stuff that happens in it. And I do want to read it eventually, but I just haven't gotten around to it. And also, I don't like that it's like a script, which I don't. I really don't like that format. So I'm like, I don't really want to read that.
That's kind of weird when I was reading it. But so literally, I have like 30 different Star Wars book on my bookshelf. I've only read one because like I don't know, I have like ADHD or something, but I read that book and it is crazy because it's a lot of Asajj Ventress. It's a lot of Dooku flashbacks with him training with Master, like his friend Master Sifo Dyas, and Yoda is his freaking his master. So there's a lot of dope stuff at the Jedi Temple and like stuff with his sister and his father and him sending Asajj to find his sister. Bro, it's wild. You got to read it, bro. It hits.
I do want to read it, yeah, because I looked into some stuff. Like I made a short a long time ago, like the origin of Dooku, and I kind of like researched. I found out some information about like his family and his father on Sereno and stuff. But I do want to read that.
Yes.
I actually, bro, have you checked out any of the Yoda? How they have the Yoda comic series?
No.
Like the Marvel Yoda comic series, dude. So I let me see. I went to that comic book store where I posted all those pictures.
Yeah.
And I grabbed, bro, there's like 10 issues of that Yoda series out, so I grabbed all 10 issues.
They had them all there?
And yeah, they had all of them. They had most of them in back issues, but then there's this one that I read because I actually used the imagery for this video that I made, where it's like him.
Ooh.
It's him and Dooku. So like, bro, a lot of the covers are like awesome. Like it's like there's like Yoda like training younglings and stuff, and like I was like, bro, I was like, this looks super interesting. Like, bro, this is issue 10. I haven't read any of them yet, but like, look how interesting this looks. Like, doesn't that just look like super intriguing? Yeah. So I'm like, damn, dude, like this series looks awesome. And then I read this issue because I bought it on like Comixology, like the digital iPad app, and I used it for a video for the imagery. But it's cool, like it's just Yoda and Dooku like teaching a youngling class, and like you kind of get a look at Jedi Dooku. It's like a flashback and stuff. So yeah, I definitely do want to read Dooku Jedi Lost too, because I'm super intrigued with everything about Dooku. Like, there's the canon book Master and Apprentice. Yeah, that has a lot about Qui-Gon, but there's flashbacks to Qui-Gon training with Dooku, so you get to see like Master Dooku and Dooku's other Padawan. His second Padawan is in that book, and like they talk a lot about Dooku and stuff.
Who's his second Padawan? Balin?
It's this dude named Rail Avaros or Rael Avaros. He's like some funny dude. He's like
Yeah.
I don't really remember how he's described, but he's like a Jedi who like went and became like the bodyguard for like this princess or something, and like I think he was Dooku's Padawan before Qui-Gon, but on the mission they go on, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, like 6 years before the Phantom Menace or something, they go like partner up with Rail, and they kind of talk about Dooku because like at that time it's when Dooku already left the Order, and they both like kind of talk about how they've tried to contact Dooku on Sereno and he hasn't responded to them.
Yeah.
And it's just cool. Like there's like flashbacks talking about like what Dooku was like as a master and stuff. And
That's dope.
yeah. So I do want to read Dooku Jedi Lost, bro. Honestly, I might order it on Amazon when we're done.
Yeah, bro.
'Cause,
I'm
bro-
telling you won't regret it, bro. If it
Bro.
it hooked me and I couldn't stop. Once you get over the weird way it is, you just go, bro.
Well, dude, I'm the same way. Like you said, you have books to read, bro. Like my girlfriend gets so mad at me because like I have my whole bookshelf here.
Yeah.
Out of all of these books, bro, I have like 30 that I need to read. Like there's because I'll just buy them and I'm like, oh, this is good because then like when I'm done, I always have another one to go to. But bro, like I go to like half price books and I'll just grab like 6 new Jedi Order books or something like that, and I'm like, I'll read them eventually and stuff. Like, so I'm probably gonna order Dooku Jedi Lost tonight. We'll see.
I'm about to do this one.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
bro, I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
currently second time. The first time I read that version, and then I picked up the Essential Legends because this is literally my favorite Star Wars book of all time.
Yeah.
I love
I love.
yeah. No,
I'm
this
hyped.
is it's bro, this book is literally episode 0. Like it's so I can't even stress how important it is and how much shit it sets up for like the whole saga. Like it's Star Wars episode 0, Darth Plagueis. Like that's literally what it is.
That's fire. So they showed Dooku. This is so random. They're dropping a Finn from The Force Awakens now. Like I don't know why. Like, do they know something that we don't know? Like, is Finn popping up in the Rey movie, and they want to have like
Maybe they're gonna announce John Boyega.
yeah, and then that way they have his mold ready, and they could just change his mold to the new outfit for the new movie to have stuff right away. Like,
I mean, they do shit like that. Like they dropped that Hot Toys Artisan Edition, the new Anakin, because he was popping up in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Like they do shit like that. Like it's like a surprise. Like you can find hints from the stuff that they drop. Like they dropped this because Thrawn was in Ahsoka. So like
yeah. So that's super random. And then this is dope. So this is the clone. They released an Andor version, but the Andor one had the Phase 2 helmet, so they reused that body and they just gave it a Phase 1 and gave the Clone Wars Attack of the Clones logo. But bro,
I might get that just because I love the card.
Yeah. The image,
Sometimes I'll buy shit just because I like the card, like not even because I want the figure.
I know. That's why I love TVC. It's literally just the art on the card back. When they
Yeah,
when
bro.
they do it right, bro.
Like, bro.
It's like a comic.
I think I showed this one on the other one that we did. Like, bro, look at this.
I think it's
My camera's trying to find my face. Yeah, I love this,
Beautiful, bro.
With the anniversary Return of the Jedi logo and stuff. Like, yeah, man, I love the cards. That's why I like the Vintage Collection more than the Black Series. Like, not only is the packaging amazing, but I think it's a better investment because they're cheaper. Like they're like TVC is like $15. Black Series they charge like $32, man.
I know, man. I know.
Especially at Target, I've seen like bro. Like my girlfriend got me the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, the anniversary one.
Oh,
and
it's like $44.99.
Bro, she got it for me without telling me, and she bought it at Target, and I was like, bro, I could have got this on the Hasbro website for like $30. Like, I appreciate this, but like, if you told me, I would have saved you some money. Like, and yeah, so I love the Vintage Collection. Like, I don't really care about having a Clone Trooper figure, but I love that card because I'm an Attack of the Clones sympathizer. I love Attack of the Clones. I know a lot of people hate that movie, but I love Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
and I have Attack of the Clones, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan, and Anakin in the Vintage Collection.
Nice.
So I might need to get a Clone Trooper.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So they showed those. Then they showed some pipeline reveals. So these are going to come out a little bit later, but we're getting a Ezra from Ahsoka, a Kanan from Rebels, and a Zeb from Rebels. So I'm hyped for these, especially Kanan and Zeb, because I backed the Ghost. So I'm getting the Ghost at the end of next year. bro. So I need all these dudes so I can have them loose because the figures that are coming with the ghosts, I'm gonna have graded. I'm not opening them up. I'm not gonna do the rip open like you know how sometimes I do. No, 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 no.
You mean my PTSD
Yeah,
reels? Yeah, bro.
yeah,
Nah. When I watched that, I was like, "There's no way," because I don't open any of them. I don't buy doubles like you.
yeah, yeah. I'm crazy,
But
man.
I'll probably get Ezra and Kanan because I mean, if that's the hologram Ezra, then I wonder if it's gonna have the Ahsoka logo or the Rebels logo.
No, so I don't know if it's gonna be hologram. It might just be actually him. Maybe they're just using that picture. It could be, but that one should
Or I
have the
mean that
Ahsoka
that that
logo.
outfit, like the Rebels outfit.
Yeah, it should be the Ahsoka logo because they would have used like an animated picture of him if it was like the animated one, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely want Kanan. I love Kanan. Kanan's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, bro. So there were these. This is kind of crazy. It's a troop builder 4-pack. So it comes in the white box, and it's gonna be Enoch and 3 night troopers, which is wild.
That's cool. I'll probably pass on that.
Yeah,
I'll probably pass on that one. I don't know, cause like I mean they're cool, but it's like I don't know, bro. Also, I don't have any space for stuff like that. Like I already have the Return of the Jedi Force Ghosts 3-pack, and
yeah.
I don't know. Like I have that with like 3 Black Series figures on the top of my shelf. I don't know if you can see it up there, but
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't have space, bro. Like so, even for something like that, like even if I did really want it, I'm like it would just go like it would go in the closet for a while or whatever. So.
Yeah,
But also, I didn't like the end of Ahsoka, so I don't really feel like I need to own Captain Enoch.
true. Then so next year is the 25-year anniversary of Phantom Menace. So
That's
they're
crazy.
they're doing Young Anakin Black Series, which is cool. And then Padme too, which is dope.
That is cool. I have an original episode 1 of that Anakin with the
Yeah,
Darth Maul packaging or whatever. So
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna pass on that Black Series one, but that is tight. That's cool. Like I do like the Black Series how it has the art on the side because
And
I'm
they
like,
all connect.
yeah, if they connect and you have them displayed, like that's awesome. But then it's like you
Yep.
can't even see the figures. Like
Yep.
TVC, the card is there, the figure's there. It looks like the original action figures. Like I just
Yeah.
love the vintage collection, dude.
Yeah, but look at that Naboo right there on the
Yeah, that art is awesome.
so dope. So there was that Carson Teva helmet, which the helmet's cool, but like who's gonna drop 130 for Carson Teva helmet? I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I actually pre-ordered the Luke X-wing, the battle
oh,
simulation helmet.
bro, but
Yeah,
that's Luke though. That's different, of course.
yeah,
Of course.
and it's only $100.
Yeah. And then so these pipeline reveals for Black Series, one of them is nuts. So the Phase
Oh,
2
dude, I need that.
Stormtrooper and the Battle Droid is fire, 2-pack. That is, I'm pretty sure that's Revenge of the Sith Palps fighting Yoda, right?
Yeah,
So that is badass. But yo, this 4-pack, let me bring up a bigger picture because like this is kind of crazy.
bro, I need that.
So this 4-pack is Luke, Clone Luke, Sabayoth, and Mara Jade. Like, are they like
Yeah.
again? Are they hinting something? Like, are we gonna see something like this in the Filoni movie?
Bro, I don't know. I mean, honestly, it would be so easy to bring Mara Jade into canon. Like, even if it's not Inquisitors, they could just introduce Emperor's Hands. Like, they already have all this crazy Palpatine stuff. Like, he resurrected himself on Exegol. There's Sith cultists.
Yeah,
Operation Cinder happened and stuff. Like, bro, it wouldn't be that far fetched to just be like, oh, yeah, he also had these people, the Emperor's Hands. Like, this is Mara Jade or whatever.
yeah,
Like, they could cloning Jedi and stuff. I don't really know about that because that's always been something that like they kind of established that you couldn't do like later on. Like I remember in the Force Unleashed 2, like that was the like Ram Koda's like you can't clone Jedi like that. It's impossible or whatever. And like
yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know if they could go Sabayoth and Luke and anything, but I'm just stoked that they're making this because I love Heir to the Empire and you know I've been considering doing a reread soon and that. I think I'll definitely need. If the packaging is awesome, I'll definitely need it. If it's just a
So-
lame box, I might not need it.
No, I'm guessing the packaging has to be next level because like it's rare where they do 4 Black Series figures in a package together. So it has to be
Yeah.
unique. It'll probably open up where you could display it with the box, like probably like in a scene like that. So
Yeah.
this is crazy.
We'll see, but it's gonna be like $200 or something.
Yeah, bro, it's got to be at least like that's what I was thinking, bro. Like 120, 150. It's because you figure at least 40. Yeah, like
Well, for the
150,
Force
bro.
Ghost 3-pack, I think it was 80
Yeah.
from Return of the Jedi. So for
But-
4, yeah, maybe it'll be like 120 or something.
Yeah, but the box is gonna be like some unique, crazy design, man. Like for sure.
Yeah, I hope it's like some cool ass Heir to the Empire stuff. That's what I liked. That's why I got the Return of the Jedi Black
Yeah.
Series Force Ghost one, because it had the retro packaging.
Yeah. So that was sick. The next one. So you said you pre-ordered this, right?
I did, dude. I finally like. I've been trying not to buy Hot Toys because I have like a good amount, and they cost a pretty penny.
They do.
And one thing that I do like is that you can pre-order them, and then you just have to pay a deposit that's like $30 on Sideshow or whatever. So I pre-ordered this Thrawn, and then I pre-ordered the Darth Sidious from the Clone Wars, where he fights Maul and Savage with 2 lightsabers. I pre-ordered that in the same order.
That I haven't seen that. What?
It's him with like his burgundy and blue robe when he fights Maul and Savage. It's crazy, dude.
This?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Yo, I have not seen this. What the? When did this
Yeah.
happen?
A couple months ago, I feel like they showed the pre-order. Yeah, dude. Look at that.
What?
Yeah.
Shit.
That thing is so cool, dude.
Oh my. Yo,
The head sculpt is awesome too.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, dude. That thing's sick.
Oh, I have to get this too, man.
Cause I already have some Clone Wars. Like I have Ahsoka, Maul, and Rex. So I'm
Bro.
like, oh, this will add to the Clone Wars ambiance.
Yo, he looks terrifying right there.
Yeah, bro. That top picture. I've used that for some of my thumbnails because it looks so cool.
Yeah, I've noticed like a bunch of your thumbnails. I'm like, that's a hot toy. I
Yeah.
can tell.
Well,
I can
dude,
tell.
for some of the hot, like, dude, look at this. Look at this photo. If I wanted to make like why or Darth Sidious thoughts while fighting Maul, this would be the perfect thumbnail. Like,
Perfect.
I used one of the Obi-Wan and Anakin Revenge of the Sith hot toys for like about their duel and stuff. Cause like Hot Toys does this where they put the blades and it's like it's lit. There's effects and everything. Like Hot Toys promo pics. Pro tip: anyone who makes videos, Hot Toys promo pics are amazing for thumbnails. Like
shit.
they did a Vader quarter scale figure with his helmet off. I have some of those pictures saved for thumbnails and stuff. Like the statues even are awesome. Like yeah, look at that, perfect thumbnail.
Bro, what?
And it's creepy as hell, man. That's a great head sculpt.
It is, man. Like, yeah. So I'm trying to stay away from Hot Toys too. So like, I got
Bro, I
some
love Hot Toys.
in the DTOF. The top 3 here are all full. It used to be
Yeah.
both all full, but I kind of purged and sold a bunch because like when you get one, you can't just get one. Like I bought
Bro,
one of the
I
Bad
know.
Batch, and then I'm like, damn, for me to complete it, it's gonna be like almost 2 G's. I can't do it. So I like trimmed it down, but like this, because that episode, I remember the first time I saw that episode where he fought Savage and Maul.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. I was blown away. Like, that's one of the top lightsaber fights, like, ever, animated or live action. It was crazy. Now I'm wondering, are we going to get a Savage hot toy? Because I have the Maul Clone Wars one.
Yeah, bro, so do I.
If we get Savage and you could, like, display that fight, bro.
Well, bro, that's how I felt. Like I think I got Maul first, and then I was like, damn, I need Ahsoka. And then I was like, well, if I get
Yeah.
Ahsoka, then I have to get Rex.
Yep.
And so I have like Maul, Ahsoka, and Rex in that shelf.
That's perfect.
And then I have Mando and I have Luke from Mando.
Yeah.
But then I got that Empire Vader like a couple years ago. That's like the 2018 version.
Yeah.
And then when they announced Bespin Luke, I was like, bro, I love Empire. I already have the Vader, and like Vader comes with like the collector's display base where it's like where they stand or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, bro, I need Bespin Luke. Like sometimes like I'll pre-order a figure and then I'll end up canceling it because I'm like, I don't really need that. Like, but I have this Sidious, this Thrawn, and then I also pre-ordered the Vader from Obi-Wan Kenobi where his helmet is slashed. I have that.
Beautiful. That one's beautiful.
That's another figure that I use a lot of those images in my thumbnails.
Yeah. That's
The video I
crazy.
had today is literally a picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause originally I had pre-ordered the Return of the Jedi Vader where his helmet comes off, like the anniversary one.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I already have Empire Vader, and I was like, I don't really feel the need to have him displayed with his helmet off. I was like, let me get the Kenobi one because like the battle damage is awesome. Like, so sometimes I try to be a little bit more sensible and stuff because like, yeah, bro, they are expensive. Like,
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but
So
they are worth it. I love
oh
Hot
yeah,
Toys.
they hold their value. Luckily for me, I got this shop by me called Emerald City Comics, and they have a sideshow account, so they get every release. So literally, I'm just gonna go there. I could probably pre-order it there, or just pick it up when they get it, because I know when you order online, like with the tax and the shipping, it'll literally come to be the same price if I just buy it there, and I'll just get it right away. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, I need this one, man. Damn it, bro. I'm trying to stay away.
Yeah, bro, this one's fire. Like Sidious, I feel like you need to have a Sidious in your collection. Like I thought
Yeah.
about buying the older Return of the Jedi version, but I'm like, this version is cooler.
No, yeah, because you could use it for everything, bro.
I'm definitely. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna have him post with both lightsabers out.
Oh yeah, look, bro. That right there, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
That is sick. The last one I just popped up the other day. You saw this, the Grand
Ha!
Inquisitor?
Yeah. Bro, I can't. Come on, dog. Look at him, egghead.
You could get him, put him next to Riva. You have the Riva hot toy?
No, bro. No, man, that Grand Inquisitor, I'm still salty about that, bro, because we've seen Powens in live action in Revenge of the Sith, and they do
Yeah.
not look. That's just a dude with his face painted white, bro. Like, they didn't even care.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
nah, and I'm like, bro, I don't need a Grand Inquisitor figure. Like, there's like real collectors out there. Well, they'll buy that shit and then they'll have a full Obi-Wan Kenobi shelf. I don't feel like I need that.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro,
it's cool. It looks just like him, but that's the problem. Is he looks so weird and Kenobi like didn't even have a big head and everything.
yeah, if they did like a Rebels Grand Inquisitor, that would look sick as a hot
Yeah.
toy. But this one, I mean, yeah, I'm good. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the last thing I have. What do you have coming up next on your channel that the people could look forward to?
Well, bro, I mean, I have daily long form. Every day. It's one long form and one short. I finally was able to get a Anakin Vader lore compilation uploaded without it being copyrighted. Originally I tried to do that when Ahsoka was on, and I don't know why, but for some reason, maybe it's just because I make a lot of Anakin lore videos around Revenge of the Sith. It kept getting copyrighted saying I had too many scenes from Revenge of the Sith, specifically
damn.
Revenge of the Sith. So, I kind of forgot about it, and then since that Luke lore compilation has been performing really well, I was like, all right, let me go back and try to figure out this Anakin one. So I made a completely new edit yesterday, and I had to go through like 6 different versions, and then finally this morning, I was able to upload a 2-hour Anakin Vader lore compilation without it getting copyrighted. So that posts, I think, on like November 7th. I think so. That'll be like the big one, I guess. Hopefully it performs well. We'll see, because the Luke one did nothing for like a month, and then somehow this week it picked up. So
Yeah.
you never know. I don't know. It's Anakin and Vader, so I feel like people love Anakin and Vader. So hopefully it does well.
For sure, bro. Well, I appreciate you coming on, bro, and giving me your time. This was a blast.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for having me on. I've been wanting to be on since I saw Will's episode, and I was like, oh damn, I like to talk about stuff.
No, for sure, bro. So everyone, be sure to check him out. I'm gonna put the link down in the description for his channel. We're gonna get him to 100K before the end of the year, because I want a live unboxing when you get that silver play button, bro. Because that's like the goal right there, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that, and then I think I'm gonna move this poster that I have behind me, move it over a little, and then have the plaque on the wall.
You have to have the plaque on the wall. You have to have a specific light that shines on it. That way it's always lit, bro. Because that's like an accomplishment right there, bro.
Yeah, I've been planning about it. I've been dreaming about it for a long time. I'm super excited to get that.
Damn.
And yeah, I'm gonna unbox it on the stream.
We'll
stream that.
But all right, guys, that's it for this episode of Sith Talk. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Later.